Hey guys, just doing a quick mag on Rob Z heads, just to make sure they're worth putting a little time and effort into, which they look pretty good. You got a couple seats that are a little bit low, but nothing that I would worry about. Overall, it looks good. I noticed somebody actually painted it. You could scrape the paint off, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. I've never had painted valve seats before, but I guess...
I think it's possible that they did the job and just said, give it a quick paint spray and box them up and no rust.
Especially if they were one of those online places that sells used heads. I've seen stuff like that before.
Yeah.
I had those 302 heads, the Dodge 302 heads. Those were supposed to be remanufactured.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds like the 308 heads I just got.
Impressive, let me tell you. When I first got them, ouch.
Yeah.
They knurled the guides. Someone put a huge flat valve job on it. Luckily, they were small valve sizes. But yeah, and the guides are flopping in the breeze. But
do you see those wonderful 308s I have? Blah! Ridiculous. Well, ladies and gents, I have lots of these heads hanging around. What I'd like to do is just make an offer. If somebody would like to purchase these heads, Charlie's doing a pork job, as you know, and he came up with some pretty interesting numbers that...
that's actually... Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, this is the one, right?
That's
so,
it.
Yeah, I mean,
And what I decided to do is Tom Muse said you can get $290 out of these. Well, I'm not going to go out of my mind, but I'd like to put maybe 2 cuts into these and see what we can do with these.
Yeah, I figure shouldn't take too much more. I mean, even if you just picked up another 10 CFM, 260 CFM on the street or even the track, you can get something really nice. You don't even need a huge cam. They're for sale. What do you think about that? Charlie did the one port, and it's going to be a builder's special where you get to try to cut your teeth a little bit better, or if you already know what you're doing with these, finish them up. Charlie has a nice port going on by the flow numbers that you saw.
These haven't been hacked up.
No, not at all.
This one hasn't been hacked up. So this has got smaller exhaust ports, which will stay small.
Absolutely.
And somebody's going to say, "Oh, Charlie, you can't have big exhaust ports on one side and small exhaust ports on the other."
Yeah.
That's not true.
No, not at all.
That's not true.
Not at all.
My wife had a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee with the 4.7 high output. Well, she overheated an exhaust manifold bad enough to pull the bolt out of the head and twist the exhaust manifold.
Wow.
Then I had to machine the whole exhaust manifold down about 1/4 inch to make it fit. And I said, you know what? It's off. I'm going to port it. Sounds ridiculous, right?
No, it sounds something that we would do.
It ran better with one ported exhaust manifold. Stupid, right? Well, guess what?
No, actually, it makes sense because we know the factory kind of limits everything with their designs. And, the engineers have their reasons, but, yeah, leave it to the hot rodder. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's your 4-minute short. These heads will be for sale with a little port work on them, and you get to copy them. And
let us know if you think that's a good idea, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
bye.